Hey everybody, the trial this week is Hot on the Trial, and the car restriction is a B700 hot hatch, and I'm in this 2011 Volkswagen Scirocco R. Um, I don't know hot hatches very well, I kind of just picked this one. I was testing out a Honda Civic Type R from 2017. It was just really loosey-goosey on the rear, really slidey, just hard to drive, so switched over to this to give this a go. See how this does. But probably should look at the races here. First one is Copper Canyon Sprint. Then we have the always enjoyable Volcán Sprint. And we're going to probably end up doing this third one for sure, Dunas Blancas Sprint. Okay, let's find ourselves a team. And there's the team. Alright, here we go, race one. See how this bad boy does. Starting towards the back of the teammates. And I did do a little trick I like to do with B class or lower, C's and D's. It works quite a bit better on C's and D's. It's pretty hit or miss on B class, but it's throwing the drag tires on. Reason being is it drops the PI point, whatever, total tracker thingy quite a bit, so you can toss on a whole boatload of power and other things. But it does make it a little bit harder to drive. So, like I said, sometimes on B class it's hit or miss. And it seems to be okay, actually. I think the handling seems to be pretty good here. The power seems to be pretty good here. We have behind me here Doctor of Poopy. Yeah, I'm leaving him behind. So yeah, we have good power, and I think I have good enough handling. That's where I get a little bit worried. Is when I do throw the drag tires on there. Is it going to be too hard to control? It usually has a whole bunch of oversteering. I'm just not seeing this. I think this was a good move here on this car, but we'll see how we do. It almost seems to be a little bit too loose on the end, even with the drag tires. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Anyway, enough about the tires and the tire compound. I'm sure that's just riveting conversation there, or material to cover. Oh wow, I'm a little crazy on that turn. Like I said, I was testing out the Honda Civic, and talk about loose on the end and slide. Yeah, that sucker was all over the place. There's just no way that was going to work. I mentioned in some comments in the past few weeks, actually, there's been some tuning discussion going on a little bit. How tuning is, at the end of the day, it is really personal. If you drive like me, you should be able to get the most out of my tunes. And I do actually, I think I mentioned in some comment to somebody, I think it was Patrick, that my favorite cars, I do have two tunes. One is highly geared towards specifically the way I drive, which is pretty slidey on the rear end with a lot of power. Very hard to drive. There's no way I'm putting those up there for everyone else to drive. Way too many complaints in the comments, so try to get the best tune for you guys. Easy to drive, easy-ish to drive, I guess, with enough power to at least give you a shot to wind up on the podium. That's all we can ask for in life, is winding up on the podium. Speaking of, looking at the leaderboard, 1, 2, and 4. And then a bunch clumped there towards the back. I think we'll be okay. I don't know, we'll see. Oh, that wasn't such a good turn. When you're looking at the leaderboard, doesn't do wonders for your driving. I should focus on the road a little bit. But we're here at the end, wrapping up first race, first place. And we'll see how we end up as a team. Oh yeah, we smoked the driver tires there in race 1, on to race 2. Okay, race 2, up the volcano, and I hate this one. This, oh gosh, got off the bridge right out of the gate there. With all the curves and turns in this one, it's just far too many opportunities for human beings to mess up. And humans are far more fallible than AI. Well, it depends what you're context you're talking about, but in the racing game here, the AI will drive this pretty much flawlessly on these turns and stuff, whereas humans are going to mess up on a lot of these turns. So this one usually is won by drivatars, but we'll see how we do here. Doctor of Poopy is a pretty good driver in his Mini. You know what, though? Also, this race has so many curves and turns, you're not going to come close to your top speed. So a quick car is not going to do you any favors in this race. Oh, Dr. Whoopie. One that has superior handling is going to really dominate this race. And I'm glad that the drag tires didn't do too much damage to the handling. She didn't seem to do any damage to the handling for that matter. Definitely a good move on this one. We're going to catch Tegan and Tristan. And we have a firm hold on the bottom 3 spots. So like I was saying, I'm very confident we'll be doing race 3. See if I can catch up here, though. Podium finish right now. Which is all I really ever go for, is a podium. I mean, obviously first... Oh, come on. Don't push me into the wall there. Obviously, you want first place and whatnot, but getting on the podium is usually good enough. Yeah, we're moved up into second. If we can get Dr. Poopy into third... I don't know, we got the bottom 3 there. That's not good. I think we're going to be doing race 3 no matter what happens here. Even if we end up 1-2. Oh, goodness. Oh, Nelly. That wasn't such a good corner there. You know, as mentioned last week about... I'm losing ground here, actually. Expanding the channel. Still thinking about it. I just don't know. Don't know what other games I would do. You know, some of you threw out some suggestions, which I very much appreciate. But I'm kind of weighing that and a flat-out new branded channel of just kind of my journey in life. I don't know who'd actually be interested in that, but more of documenting my, kind of for myself, really. Just documenting where my life is right now, because it's just, well, you guys all know, a little bit in the dumpsters. And it might just be kind of interesting to document that, see where I wind up. Hopefully I don't remain in the dumpsters. Kind of bad. But, might make an interesting story, too. Anyway, we're wrapping up race 2, second place. And I'm sure, as I was saying, we're going to end up doing race 3 here, but we'll see. Oh, yeah, as expected, on to race 3. Okay, third and final race. I kind of like this race, actually. Let's see how we do. I do like the launch of this car quite a bit. A little lacking on the top speed, but not too bad, actually. I kind of like it all around. But I do need to catch up to the drivatars here, who are absolutely just flying out of the gate. Dr. Poopy's got a pretty quick car, but he doesn't handle as well as I do. Oh boy, I hit the wall. Which I think is what puts him behind a little bit as the race continues. He just doesn't quite handle as well. Although this race will favor him, as has a lot of longer, open stretches and whatnot. We'll see how we do. Really need to catch up, though. I'll post this video anyway, as y'all know. Whether I win the trial or not a big deal. You see all 3 races, or y'all see all 3 races. Wow, look at that. Tristan just smoking me there. Oh, Nelly. Oh, the drivatar just failed a little bit there. Tristan and Williams smacked into the wall. Giving me a chance to, well, sort of. I'm a little aggressive on the drivatars here. Goodness. Don't even think about pushing me out of the way and missing a checkpoint. There, Tristan. Oh, goodness. Man, I went into that corner way too heavy. Catching Tegan is looking impossible. If I can land on... Well, I'm If I could speak English, it'd also help. If I could land on the podium, which I already am, here in 3rd place. I need to catch up a little bit more, though, give our team a shot. Doing better than we did last race, though. But like I was saying, do I start a new channel? Do I expand this one? Or do I do both, I guess? Yeah, I follow like Dan Martell, you know, Ken McElroy, and there's other, oh shoot, you throw a rock, you're gonna hit about 1,000 YouTubers that are, you know, have channels about, you know, how do you be successful and grow and whatnot, that kind of thing. Well, what's difficult, it's hard to relate when they're already millionaires or even billionaires. Just hard to relate to. If I start a channel where I'm definitely not a millionaire, not even remotely close, make it a little bit more relatable, I'm just gonna document my journey, you know, like I was saying. Useful for me, maybe other people might be interested, I don't know. Trying out different side hustles, what works, what doesn't work. Dealing with loss, it's always helpful. I went searching for those for, you know, other people, and there's not much out there, so it might be useful for other people too. I don't know. We'll see. Well, am I actually, am I gonna pass William? I'm gonna bump into William here. Out of the way, William. Out of the way. No, I'm gonna get in there. Oh man, I couldn't push him out of the way. 3rd place. As a team, though, I think we're okay. Let's see here. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. We missed it by 50 points. Had I beat William, we would have had it. Oh well, you don't always win in life. Sometimes you lose. Sometimes you lose a lot. Anyway, that takes care of the trial. Thanks, guys. I'll see you all next week.
What are you waiting for? Do it! Do it! Yes, you can!